I mean, it's good to get to know everybody and what it is you expect from here today. And so then over the next 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, who really wants to get, immerse themselves? Yeah? Is everybody here comfortable with being uncomfortable? Pushing the boundary a little bit, yeah? Come on, Grace.
Yeah.
Come on, Grace. So within the next hour, me and Grace will be dancing salsa. 1, 2, 3, un pasito para adelante con Grace. 1, 2, 3, un pasito para atrás. So we're going to dive into it. Okay, and my workshop's a little different. I mean, yeah, I've got content. I promise, I've got content. And I hope that you will learn something over the next couple of hours, and maybe you'll take that back to Brazil, or maybe you'll take that to wherever it is that you want to take it over the next, in your future. Mm-hmm. So I think, what I'm really going to give you a breakdown of what's going to be discussed over the next while is that, so everybody has pens and paper, yes? That's good, wow. Because I mean, I've come to workshops and I'm like, you might want to write this one down because this is really good. And I might have just made it up on the spot and I'm thinking, that's fucking good. So I'm like, write this down because I need you to write it down so I can remember for the next workshop. So I think that over the next while is that, use your pen and paper and write down some stuff, because it could be something I say and you're like, I really like that. Or you could have an idea based on something I say. Might not be what actually comes out of my mouth, but what comes out of my mouth might give you an idea. Mm-hmm. So write that down. It's important to write that down. Or if you hear me use a word, like an English word that you're not familiar with, write that down. And then, because that'll help you build your English skills and stuff like that, and it'll help you going forward, it's all good stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So write things down over the next while. So what we're going to talk about is, we're going to talk about a little bit about me, okay? But not just about me. So we're going to go into some of the mistakes I've made, okay? Lessons I've learned. Okay? And challenges I've overcome. So we're going to talk a little bit about those things, and maybe that you can learn from some things that I've learned from, and maybe don't make the same mistakes I made. Does that make sense? So everybody here is an MBA student. Mm-hmm. Okay? MBA, yeah?
Yeah.
So what does MBA, I don't know what MBA means in Portuguese, okay, but in business or in English, MBA is Masters Business Administration. Right? How do you say that in Portuguese?
It's the same.
It's the same?
Yeah.
So what that means is, if you're taking this kind of program, it means you either really love business and you're passionate about it, and this is where you see yourself going in the future, or else you just fucking hate it. So who here is really passionate about their course and passionate about moving forward? Come on, Grace. Where was your hand? Am I passionate? Am I not passionate? Yes, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So you gotta take this time over the next while to really figure out where it is you see yourself going. Is that fair to say? Because sometimes I think we do a course or we go into a college course and we haven't really got it figured out. We like the idea of having a master's. We like the prestige that gives us. Oh yes, master's graduate. Looks good on your LinkedIn profile. But some things they can look good on our LinkedIn profile, and it looks good on the outside, but how does it really look in here? You know, how does it look in here? So I'm going to try over the next while to share my experiences of how you can make those shifts of forgetting about what's going on out here and focus on what's happening in here, okay? And then how you can use content writing and business English to inject more passion into what's happening out here so that in here becomes a bit more fulfilled. That make sense? So is that a little bit? Yeah, perfect. So I've done many things over my relatively short life. Okay, I started my first business enterprise type of thing when I was, I've been selling shit since I was a kid, but I really focused in on things when I was around 13. And I started a landscape grass cutting business. Okay, and do you have this kind of thing in Brazil, where you get a guy knocks on your door, say, "Hello, would you like your grass cut?" You know, and then you go and you cut their grass, and you charge €10. But then you never see that guy again. You know, they knock once, you pay them, see you later. But I came back. But I was always had it in my head that if I was to succeed at this, I need to be a little bit different. Okay? So I would ask myself, what makes me stand out from other people who were going around cutting grass? So I had business cards made. Okay, so I was like 13, I had my own business card. I had my own t-shirt with a logo. I had a website. I even had a pen, so that with my name on it, my phone number, and the services that I provide. So I could give these things to I called them clients, because that's what I was really doing. A client, I was delivering on the service that these people were expecting from me. So I think maybe the key lesson there is that no matter what you do, okay, if it's an assignment in college, if it's a project at work, if it's helping out in the community, you can always go that little bit more and be that little bit better at what it is you do and stand out that little bit more. Okay? When you under-promise on people's expectations and over-deliver, does that make sense? That makes sense? Everybody clear on what I mean there? So under-promise, you know what I mean by promise, yeah? Mm-hmm. So you under-promise and then over-deliver on their expectations. You're putting yourself in a position that you're of more value to that project or to that group or that organization. Because person's expectation of you is here. Okay? That's their expectation. Because this is what this line, this box here, is what you promised to deliver. And so this is what you're promised to deliver. And in an assignment, or as part of an MBA course, is you get your assignment, you get your brief. And there's certain objectives in that brief you have to meet. So let's say it's a marketing report, okay? Is marketing something you study as part of the MBA program? Yeah? Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's say that you got to do a market analysis, okay? You got to do target audience, consumer profile, and all these different things. And the market we're focusing on is Latin America, okay? So you deliver on those expectations of giving a project to a Latin American market. So that's your expectation. And that's what you promise to deliver. But how can you do more than that? What's really going to add value to this that's going to excel you out of this stratosphere? Okay. Now, one idea that springs to mind for me immediately is if we're doing a market report on consumer profiles in Latin America, okay, it's a market analysis, and we're going to hit all the deliverables of the project. But we're going to figure out how we can do something. It's not part of the deliverable of the project, but we're going to do it anyway because we're all about excelling to the next level. And you can do something really simple that's really powerful that doesn't take any more of your time than doing the report will anyway, but it'll make you stand out a million miles more than your competitors in that classroom. Does that make sense? And I'll explain the concept a little bit. I'll explain another concept a little bit after I finish explaining this one. Just give me 2 seconds this one, okay? So that's your expectation, but what you deliver, okay? Now, expectation, what to deliver. Now, I'm going to have to bear with me here because I'm going to have to, I'm not an artist, okay, so just bear with me. So here we have Canada, United States, Mexico, Brazil, okay? Over here, Ireland, way, England, and then we have, France, Spain, Portugal, Italy. Yeah, okay. So this is my map of the world, per se. And can everybody see my map of the world? Here we go. Spain. Okay. Can everybody see my map of the world?
Africa.
We don't need Africa right now. But we can, there we go. So that's my map of the world. It ain't too bad, actually. And here we have, so just so everybody, this is making sense to everybody, we're talking about what you can do to make yourself different to everybody else in progressing your career and going forward, okay? So, here we got Latin America. You're doing a marketing report on consumer profiles in Latin America. You've met every objective of that report. Okay? Now here's where it gets really interesting. To go the extra mile, to take it a little bit further than anyone else in your classroom or your competitors, this is what you're going to do. You're going to, in your report, see these countries here? Spain, Portugal. You're going to reference Spain and Portugal in your marketing report. And you're trying to think, why would I reference Spain and Portugal in my marketing report when I'm focusing on Latin America? Because countries like Spain and Portugal are what's called psychically close, culturally, to Latin America. There's similar cultures in Spain as there is in Latin America. So I mean, you have more cultural similarities between Spain and Latin America than you do to Ireland and Spain, even though they're totally different. So you just say, you make reference to that my findings of this report not only work in Latin America, they also work in countries like Spain that are psychically close. Does that make sense? So you've just done something really simple to go that extra mile, okay? But it has made that much of a difference on your deliverable. Does that make sense? Because Usain Bolt, okay? Now I don't know the exact figure here. Everybody know Usain Bolt? Yeah? Yeah? Usain Bolt, yeah? The runner guy, yeah? So he runs 10 or 100 meters. Was it 9.6 seconds? Okay. The second fastest guy in the world runs it in 9 seconds. Or sorry, he runs it in 10 seconds. Yeah. He's a little bit better. But that, good morning. That little bit better makes you number one in the world. Like who knows the second fastest?
I don't know.
If you're not first, you're last. Does that make sense? So I always realize this, that it's those little things that make the big difference. And you can do it in all walks of life. Okay? I mean, it's simple as if you're in the office and you make someone a cup of tea. Say, hey, let me make a cup of tea. That little gesture of making someone a cup of tea means a lot to them. But you didn't necessarily, I mean, what did it cost you to, like 30, 40 seconds, you know, it's no big deal. So this is where I always say, write this down. So come on, pen to paper, everybody. The little things make the biggest difference. So, and the next point is, always remember to under-promise Under-promise. Yeah, promise, yeah. So, and over-deliver.